August 27th, 2010. So, I'm going to try out this new segment where every week I go and I research stuff all over the internet and the news and wherever and tell you the stories here. Now, I'm going to try to keep this consistent, but there are no guarantees. So, this being the first episode, and since you couldn't already tell by the quality, this episode is going to suck. I'm setting the bar extremely low. So, that means it could only get better. So, my first story. A dude in Japan who is 30 years old and a factory worker burned down his house. Why? Because his mom threw away his Gundam collection, which was estimated to be about over 300. Now, he did not know that she threw them away, and when he found out, he freaked out, soaked the house in kerosene, and lit it on fire so he could kill himself. It says here that they escaped, but that just seemed kind of odd to me. Like, if you want to kill yourself and then you just changed your mind at the end, or if the authorities just came in at the last minute and rescued them, I don't know. This just seems kind of funny. As much as I want to bag on this dude for being 30 years old and still living with his mom, then again, I don't know much about Japan. I know that homes are expensive, so that's probably the reason why he's still living with his mom. Or maybe he's just a nerd. Hey, Japan's got to have nerds too. But then again, why should I be talking shit? Because shit, this might be me someday. As for the reaction, I, myself, do own a huge collection of Gundams. I have about 80 Gunpla in my garage. I've been collecting them for about 10 years, and my parents do know not to touch my stuff. It's taken years to get them to be that way. I've literally had to write on all my stuff, please don't throw it away, please don't throw it away, and it's gotten better. So they know not to throw my Gunpla away, which is great. They still throw other shit away, but at least they know not to touch the Gundams. Next story. So Apple has just released these images of a patent that they made for a touchscreen MacBook and a touchscreen iMac, which I think is pretty cool, because me, myself, I'm a graphic design student, and one day I'm going to have to buy a touchpad, but if Apple just make the iMac with a touchpad already in it, I won't have to buy it. But then again, raises the question, how much is this going to cost? An iMac is already like around, how much? I'm not too sure. $1,500? It's really fucking expensive. So a touchscreen iMac would probably be about, what, $2,500? I don't know. Maybe just $2,000? Who knows? Some people think this is great. Some people think that it might be kind of bad. Because of the fact that, well, this is going to turn out to be another iPhone 4 situation where everything's just going to get fucked up. How the hell are they going to keep this thing from overheating? How is it going to work? Is it going to be affordable? All that crap goes into factor. Is the OS going to be compatible with the touch? Who knows? And me personally, I probably wouldn't buy the touchscreen MacBook. I would buy the touchscreen iMac. But who knows? This is going to be, if this happens, and if this succeeds, I won't buy it the first generation. I'll probably buy it, like, who knows, maybe a few years after. And who knows when the hell this is going to hit the market, but, yeah. But I do have to buy an iMac eventually because of my graphic design. And Apple's alright. I don't hate Apple, but I do hate the Apple people, or Apple seeds, as I like to call them. Apple people are fucking annoying. They're always right on their high horses going, oh my god, Macs are so superior to everything. You get real viruses. Oh my god, they're so perfect. Oh my god, OS is this, Windows is a cheap piece of shit, Oh, what's Linux? I know what Linux is. I don't even know what Linux is. Because I own a fucking Mac. It's that kind of attitude that really pisses me off about Mac people. Now, I admit Macs are kind of cool. File management in the Mac OS X is fucking awesome. But me personally, I can get around faster in Windows. I can multitask faster in Windows. I really don't like the way Macs have how you have to like minimize your window in Mac and how to do all this shit, and you can't do them that fast. But well, at least for me, I can't flip them that fast. I'm sure there's somebody who's watching this and is probably like, oh wow, this guy's full of shit, blah blah. Oh, live on your cheap Windows piece of shit. Whatever, dude. You can think whatever the fuck you want. Other news. Toyota, just yesterday, on Thursday, has made more recalls. Wow. They have recalled their Matrix and the Prius. And another car I can't remember. I didn't write it down and I didn't print out the document. Unfortunately, I know. I'm an idiot. This just seems freaking hilarious. More and more fuck-ups for Toyota. Now, this is kind of bad, but then again, I kind of see this as good because I hate Toyotas. Whenever I drive on the freeway or on the street, there's always some fucking asshole who's blocking my way or doing some shit or tailgating or doing some whatever the fuck kind of shit it is. That's really fucking annoying. And it's always some dude in a fucking Toyota. Are all people who own Toyotas fucking assholes? Hey, my sister owns a Toyota and she's kind of fucking stupid. But then again, Prius owners do kind of deserve this because Prius owners are big douchebags. Prius owners are the douchebaggiest of the douchebags of car owners. Moving on. Alright. Now, a teenager here in Southern California, in Ventura, shot his stepbrother while he was playing Cops and Robbers. This kid was 13 years old. His parents were off at work, and his godfather, who was in charge at the time, was in the shower. And so the kid pulls out his parents' Glock 45 and decides to play Cops and Robbers with his brother, accidentally pulling the trigger and killing him. Of course, this is really fucking stupid. I mean, come on, it's common sense. Everywhere you go now, there's posters, there's signs, there's little videos saying, hey, kids, don't play with guns, blah, 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 this, and that. It should be common sense not to play with a real gun. Play with a gun that has a fucking orange barrel. Or maybe this is just the parents being dumbasses. Lock the fucking Glock in a safe. But then again, I don't know. Should you lock the Glock in a safe? Because what if one day a zombie invasion happens and the kid really, really needs to know that combination or really, really needs to get that Glock out as fast as possible so he can escape? Just wondering. But still, tell your kids not to play with real guns. And you're 13 years old, dude, and you're still playing Cops and Robbers? What the fuck is wrong with you? I wasn't playing Cops and Robbers at 13. I was playing video games, but then again, I don't know if you could if you could afford video games. And I was playing Yu-Gi-Oh! I don't know if kids still think that's cool or not. Most of the people I know who play Yu-Gi-Oh! Are in their 20s, like me. Well, that's pretty much the news for this week. What else is there? Oh yeah. Bandai has announced that there will be a second OVA release of Gundam Unicorn, and of course it will come out simultaneously with the Japanese release and American, which is cool. I don't know how I should feel about this because I haven't seen the first Gundam Unicorn, unfortunately. What else is there? GameStop is now selling point cards. I know they always sell point cards, but these are different point cards. Say you want to get that new Call of Duty Mac Pack, but you don't want to spend all the extra money on points, because the map pack only costs like about maybe $13, and you really don't want to pay for 1,600 points. So you go to GameStop. You say, hey, I just want that Call of Duty map pack, and they'll give you the card that says, alright, here's a card for just the map pack. Give us $13. There, you just saved $7. You didn't have to pay the full $20 for the 16 points. That's pretty cool. And another thing, while I was at GameStop and I found out about this, I saw a poster, and I'm so excited for this. They're making True Crime Hong Kong. Now, I know a bunch of you gamers are like, ooh, that's not really new news. I knew about that. Well, I did, and I'm excited. Alright, I did not know about this. I'm totally, completely excited. I love the first True Crime Streets of LA. That's one of my favorite games to come out on Xbox. And I actually even like New York City, True Crime New York City. It had a lot of really bitchin' ideas, although it still wasn't finished and had a bunch of fucking bugs. But it was still pretty fun to play, even though sometimes the game got fucking retarded. And of course I hated how they took the combos away. But it was still a fun game. Well, this is my first week, my first shitty show. If you want to listen to more shittiness, tune in next week. And hopefully I'll have more stories. And hopefully I'll be more prepared. And not just do this random, just push the button and go, because this is really shitty right now. I just didn't really practice it. But okay, fine, fucking just go. So, whatever, if you want more, then stalk me or whatever, or subscribe, whatever.